The preamble to the emergence of Idara-e-Talim-o-Agahi states, "Human survival and evolution rest upon two critical pillars, one of which is an environment which provides access to contemporary learning skills in a rapidly changing global setting." We, the members of Group 5, Ehsan, Hamid, Jawad, Jashwant, Jay, Uche and Aisha from BE 605 course of University of Waterloo are happy to contribute in expanding the online digital library of Teachers Without Frontiers (TWF) with teaching resources which can be used to teach English for Grade 1. Let me walk you through the next 8 minutes of this presentation. Introduction will define the objectives of our project. Then we will see the project design, followed by project implementation and resource assessment. We will see the results and finish up with the conclusion and recommendations. Our key stakeholders, Dr. Peter Carr and Hafsa Alvi, were the project sponsors. Hafsa was also our point of contact with TWF. Our objectives were as follows. We followed the English National Curriculum of Pakistan for 2017. All resources are meant for Grade 1 level. To make sure library fulfills its traditional purpose, we made sure to include all formats such as educational videos, lesson plans, activities, quizzes, games and worksheets. One of our main objectives was to learn how to plan and execute a project based on the project guidelines of Project Management Body of Knowledge. Our project design had a simple weekly routine. We conducted weekly meetings followed by our search for resources. We also performed quality check and prepared a weekly report along with the resources which were submitted to our project sponsor. Every member was instructed to review the competency before attending the meeting. This enabled us to forecast any issues and challenge. During the meetings, the tasks and duties were delegated. An internal deadline was also set so as to keep us on track. Strong communication and collaboration is as important as information seeking. Communication was done through various collaboration softwares, namely Slack, WhatsApp, Google Drive. This helped us to work remotely at ease. All resources were compiled in Google Sheets, which was accessible by every member. To ensure client satisfaction and optimal performance, we performed quality control. The quality manager of our team worked with a different member within the team every week to assure that we provide only those links which satisfy these 6 criteria mentioned on the screen. When we fail to plan, we plan to fail. With all the resources available, namely human resource, technology, organizational support, various project strategies from Project Management Body of Knowledge, we planned to assess these resources in 4 steps. We made the project plan along with a Gantt chart, gathered the links, the project progress was monitored, every task was evaluated and assessed to meet its objectives. Every challenge was managed to satisfy the client. Speaking of challenges, finding the content that adheres to the level of education of Grade 1 was a tedious task. Example, there were very minimal resources on how to open a book. Making ourselves available for the meeting and conference calls, verifying the conformance of the links found was a challenge. We were allotted with more team members during the third week of the project, while few of the old members left the team. Initial team formation was an issue. After executing the project plan, we were successfully able to find 500 resources. The progress of finding resources every week is displayed here in percentage. The types of resources were divided into 5 categories. For instance, Category 2 included educational videos, while Category 1 included educational texts, resource materials, lesson plans, and educational activities. The results are as follows. Around 175 links had educational text, resource and materials. These belong to Category 1. Around 115 resources belong to Category 2, which included educational videos. Around 95 resources belonged to Category 3, which included worksheets for both students and teachers, also the activity charts. Around 70 resources belonged to Category 4, which includes games and activities which are online and classroom-based. Category 5 has the least number of resources, which includes teaching guides, identification of figures, classroom strategies, quizzes, poems, short stories, educational case study, vocabulary list, songs, ethical stories for children, role play rubrics, and stories. We found a lot of educational tutorials, educational videos for students to make their process of learning easy. We are happy to conclude this project by stating that all intended learning outcomes were covered based on the given curriculum. Being aware of how much students love their Android and iOS, it was disappointing that we could not find free games in this category due to its limitation in operating systems. But we did find general web-based games. We do recommend the follow-up group to find and label the resources based on which content are for teachers and which ones are for students from the initial stage of the project, as this categorization becomes tedious as the project progresses. Thank you for your time. We are open to questions, comments, and feedbacks related to this project.